Okay, so in this part, we have a few things we're going to get to. First thing, I'm going to jump down here. This is an indirect statement. Now, an indirect statement is going to have a couple of characteristics in Latin. The first is that its main verb is a head verb. Dico, dicere means to say or to speak. Head verbs are usually verbs of speaking, saying, thinking, emoting. I feel that, I think that, I saw that. Those are all head verbs. In English, we use the conjunction that and then treat the phrase, the verbal phrase that follows it, like normal. So I see that everybody is focused on this assignment, okay? In Latin, they're not going to use any word for that at all. What they are going to do is they're going to provide a second verb, but it will be in the infinitive. The subject of that infinitive is going to be in the accusative. So, dictum est, it is said that the Gauls obtenere. That's the way you're going to translate that in the passage. Okay? Now let's jump back up here. Aurum, that's a genitive plural. This is from Isaiah Ede, and it's referring back to the Celtic people. So probably them is what you're going to work with to get it into your genitive. Uno pars, so uno pars eorum is the English word order here, and com is referring back to pars, right? It's a relative pronoun, remember Kikai code? So it's in the accusative form. It's going to be the direct object of obtenere. So uno pars eorum, which it is said that the Gauls obtenere. So we have quam is our relative pronoun, but it's also the direct object of obtenere. Uno pars is also going to be the subject down here of capit. So one part, it capits an initium from, is how you want to do here, from the Flumina Rodano. So Caesar's going to tell us this geographical layout of this part of Gaul that he's talking about. It capits its initium from the Flumino Rodano. Again, here with this you, this is a passive verb. That singular T is still telling me I've got this as my subject. So it contenentur, it is contenented, passive. By, we're going to assume that this is the reason that the garumna flumina is also in the ablative, right? This is in the ablative. So it is contenetured by the garumna flumina, by the oceanus, and by the finibus. This is also ablative of the Belgae, of the Belgarum, right? Still continuing with the singular subject, so pars is also going to be the subject down here. Attingits, it attingits even. This is what I think it attingits. It attingits the flumum renum ab the Sequanis et Helvetians, right? So from the Sequanis and the Helvetians, it attingits the flumum renum. It also, because we all have all of these singular verbs, pars is the subject of all of them. It vergets toward the septentriones. Again, you want to use the cardinal direction here, or you could use the Big Dipper. Don't need the big long phrase with the 7 stars that make up the constellation, but north is how it vergets. And then we're into a new clause here, the Belgae, that's a nominative plural. I know it's nominative because I got that NT on my verb. Now this is a deponent verb, right? And it's going to look passive, but if I look it up, I'm seeing or as my first principal part. That's telling me there are no active forms of this verb, so it looks passive, but we're going to translate it as active. So the Belgians arise, right? Ab, again, is from. The extremis finibus, both of those are ablative, and they're possessed by this, of Gallia, right? The Belgians in their plural, they're also going to be the subject of pertinent. And here, before we've translated pertineo as to pertain to or relate to, but here it is more of a geographical thing, so we're going to say extend, right? The Belgians extend ad inferiorum partem, and then these are the genitive, the inferiorum partem of the Fluminiron. And again, they, the Belgae, spectant, and here it's probably on to or something, or into the direction, and this is a present active participle. You also want to have this with an ing. That int is an ing present active participle. So the orienting solum. It's how they look out into the blah blah and the orientian solum. So that's really a direction, orient, the east. So he's giving us a clear physical description of this one part of Gaul. All right, that should be all you need for your Part 5 translation.